From the Detroit Free Press, it's Friday, December 4th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
I'm Susan Selasky, Detroit Free Press food writer. Rather than defying the state's ban on indoor dining, Michigan restaurant owners say they want to work with the governor and the state's health department on a plan to allow them to safely reopen. After putting out a letter urging Michigan restaurants to band together and reopen, defying the ban, Joe Vicari, owner of the Andiamo restaurants, changed his tune at a meeting with fellow restaurant owners. Vicari says he doesn't want to disobey the ban, calling it a losing situation. Restaurants risk liquor license suspensions if they defy the order. The meeting took place as Oakland County announced $10 million to help restaurants survive the coronavirus pandemic. The state's health director says he has not decided whether to extend the pause in indoor dining when it expires Tuesday. Vicari says the solution is to work with the administration to come up with a compromise. Rosalie Vicari added that the restaurants need to work with the administration and health department to put the industry back to work.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kristen Seamus. At a statewide news conference Thursday, Governor Gretchen Whitmer said she and other leaders acted quickly at the start of the pandemic. They formed the Michigan Coronavirus Task Force on Racial Disparities to address the high rate of infections and deaths among African Americans. In March and April, more than 40% of coronavirus deaths in the state were among African Americans, even though they make up just 13.6% of the population. But by September and October, the situation drastically changed. The rate of COVID-19 deaths among Black Michiganders dropped to 5.7% by early fall. The change was driven, Whitmer said, by the task force, which was led by Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist. The group reached out to people of color living in communities with high rates of infection. It distributed 6 million free face masks and conducted 24,000 COVID-19 tests at clinics set up in community centers and churches. Gilchrist said the group's focus in the future will be to continue outreach to those communities, while also helping to bring down rates of COVID-19 infections among Hispanic and Latino Michiganders, and reduce coronavirus deaths in the American Indian Alaska Native population. The task force also will work to ensure equity when a COVID-19 vaccine comes to market. To learn more, go to freet.com.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I'm a columnist at the Detroit Free Press. Travelers are urged to stay home for the holidays due to spiking coronavirus cases. But as the country makes more progress toward a vaccine, more people could be willing to travel in 2021 or 2022. And some may want to buy travel insurance to hedge their bets. If so, you want to shop around at various websites, such as travelinsurance.com, to study your different policy options. All travel insurance plans are not the same. Many plans now will cover COVID-19 related emergencies, but even now, all don't. You must read the fine print to understand what's covered and what isn't. For some policies, the cost can be significant, especially if you pick up a cancel for any reason upgrade. In that case, you could spend $150 on travel insurance to cover the cost of a $1,000 trip. Don't try to game the system. You can't buy travel insurance and expect to be covered once a problem is on the horizon.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Miriam Marini. This year has thrown a lot our way, and that's putting it lightly. Between a global pandemic and murder hornets and birthday caravans, this year has introduced us to a lot of things that maybe we would have been better off without knowing. But now Americans can flush away the worst of 2020 down the toilet. Literally. American Standard is giving away 450 rolls of limited edition toilet paper featuring the worst of what 2020 had to offer us. In a survey, 95% of Americans could identify at least one thing from this year that they wish they could flush down the drain. The top 3 most popular flushable moments from 2020 were, with no surprise, COVID-19 took the top spot, the phrase "the new normal" took second, and in third place was canceled vacations. For a full list of this year's flushable moments and the link to enter American Standard's giveaway, Visit thefreep.com.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department and a look at Michigan football. As we know, their game against Maryland this Saturday has been canceled due to rises in COVID-19 cases. On Thursday, we began to learn a little more about what's happening in Ann Arbor. The Associated Press reports the team has at least 12 positive cases within the program. The school has not officially released any numbers for the football program. Meanwhile, it appears to be all systems go for Michigan State as they get ready to host Ohio State. The Buckeyes missed their game last week with their own COVID concerns and won't have head coach Ryan Day on the sideline in East Lansing because he is still recovering.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.